So I am Qazi Mateen Ahmed. I am a professor at the Department of Geology at Dhaka University. Millions of people are exposed to high arsenic in drinking water in different parts of the world. And South Asia is one of the hotspots of this arsenic occurrence. In Bangladesh and in India, at least 30 million people are drinking water in excess of their national guidelines, which is 50 microgram per liter. But if you take the WHO guideline value, 10 microgram per liter, the figure rises significantly. In Bangladesh alone, it can be like more than 50 million people drinking above the WHO provisional guideline value. So this is a big challenge. Why it is a big challenge? Because of its toxicity. So it creates disease called arsenicosis with visible symptoms, and nowadays new evidences from the epidemiological studies, it has been reported that you can have like internal disease without external symptoms. So it's a known carcinogen for ages. This is considered as a very serious public health issue of the current time. Well, in Bangladesh, like the water supply, particularly in the rural area, is dependent on what we call the hand tube wells. Most of those are privately owned, and also there are government-owned installed tube wells. In the country, there are approximately 10 million of those wells. People rely on those. Testing is key to understanding the problem, in fact. So if you don't test and if you don't have a result of a particular well tested for whether it has got arsenic above the limit or below the limit, so you cannot make any planning for mitigation or alternative option. There has been some development in arsenic testing, but still there is lack for an affordable quantitative test at the field level. The testing is very important in terms of alternative safe water options, particularly when you are using any removal technology, because you need to know whether if there is a difference between input water and output water and how long this removal is effective. So that's why continuous testing is necessary. And also, even if you install a deep tube well, that has to be tested on a periodical basis, like there has to be a monitoring plan. So there is currently no systematic monitoring plan. So I think if there is a affordable and accurate testing method available, then DPHE or other institutions, it would help them to undertake a continuous monitoring plan. So what is still I find frustrating that after almost coming to 25 years, still 10 million people are drinking above the Bangladesh limit. And last week I was at a meeting in Stockholm and people are talking about lowering it in below 10. And in Bangladesh, we are still dealing with 50 ppb. If it is lower to 10, the magnitude of the problem will become even bigger, and the more testing will be even necessary for identifying these safe wells. So I'm very excited to know about this new initiative by Bio-Nano Consulting to develop this new arsenic testing, quantitative arsenic testing method. It will be a kind of breakthrough in arsenic testing at field level at quantitative and affordable cost. Not only in Bangladesh, I see a big potential for this in other countries like in India or in Southeast Asia like Vietnam, Cambodia, and this all over the region. Arai Hazar, in one of the community in Bangladesh, we have been working for last 15 years, and then firstly we identified all the contaminated wells, and then based on our results we identified strategic locations for installing safe wells. So this testing, if smaller amount of time is needed, we can easily identify those contaminated areas and then install safer wells. Arai Hazar is an example how testing can help in undertaking a mitigation plan. I personally look forward to using this particular method in the field, and also I think my group and other colleagues will be excited to use this new technology, new method of testing in the field.